Hey friends, welcome to my channel. Do I have lipstick on my teeth? Thing about applying lipstick, sometimes you just don't know if it's on your teeth and you're just smiling at people. How are you doing? How is everything for you? I'm so good. I'm so happy. I am. The other day I posted a TikTok about how I feel like I am the happiest I have ever been in such a long time. I know, like I show up every day smiling, but actually looking or thinking about it, this is the happiest I've been in a long time. And yeah, I was just like, oof, your girl is happy, like your girl is just doing well. And it's something I am grateful for, but it also got me thinking, like how many times we have sort of like normalized like being in, I don't want to say like living in sadness, let me put it that way. I didn't want to use the word depression because I think depression, you have to be diagnosed with it, but so many times we've we've normalized like living in sadness, we've normalized pain, we've normalized suffering, we've normalized all these things, and I'm just like, when are we enjoying life? Like if you're normalizing all these things, like when are we actually living for ourselves and living to our fullest potential? And yeah, it just got me like thinking, like we should stop normalizing some things. You should question some things and be like, is this thing instilled in me by society? Why am I thinking this way? Why am I sad? What is making me sad? Like, you know, question these things. The other day I was also going to work, and I was like, this is just a random thought, by the way. It has nothing to do with this video, but I was just thinking the way like you get hungry. It's a feeling you have that you think you're hungry, but who told you like that feeling equals being hungry? Like, did you just grow up knowing it? Did your caregivers tell you that's the feeling for hunger, or that's the feeling for being full? Like, anyway, I don't get it. Some things I guess we'll just never get. But yeah, I thought let's talk about some of the things that we should stop normalizing. If you're new here, my name is Lisa. I know sometimes I do a whole minute rant of introductions. I don't know, it's just I get so excited when I'm talking to you guys. But yeah, I'm Lisa, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you haven't subscribed and you're a returning viewer, why haven't you subscribed? Like, what is just making you not like hit that subscribe button just there? Like, anyway, before I get emotional, let's get straight into it. The first one has to be, we should stop normalizing unhealthy body images. Like, let's just normalize our bodies. Like, our bodies, the Bible says that our bodies are the temple of I think it's the Holy Spirit. Before I get this wrong, please don't cancel me. Anyway, before I talk about cancel, yeah, so let's normalize like body images, and let's not normalize like all these beauty standards that society puts on us. I remember growing up, there was this advert, like I don't want to mention the company, but it kept saying like it would like lighten your skin kind of thing. Obviously majority of people in Kenya look like me, and so people think like being lighter equals being more beautiful, equals being more attractive. But who says that? Like, who says that? Who says that for you to be successful, for example, you have to have a small stomach? Who says for you to be beautiful and to fit into certain clothes, you have to have a flat stomach, or a very lean body kind of thing. Like, who says all this? Like, these are just things like society has put so much pressure on women for such a long time that sometimes it even makes women so body conscious. Like, you have to go in shapewear, you have to, and don't get me wrong, shapewear is good, but you shouldn't like attach your sense of security to what someone thinks of you. Like, if you're not in shapewear, if your stomach is just showing, like, you're not beautiful. Moving on swiftly, let's talk about toxic productivity. And let me tell you, I feel like I'm such a victim of this, because the number of times, like, and I think that's part of the reason I wasn't so happy like last year, because I was working a lot. Like, ooh, like I was just filling my days with a lot. But one thing is, I feel like we should, some people say like there's no work-life balance. I don't know how true that is, but for me, I actually try to have like a balance. I try to have work, I try to have play, I try to have me time, I try to just be. Sometimes that's not always the case, and let me tell you, I was talking to my partner like the other day about one thing he doesn't like about one thing I do that he doesn't like. And guess what he told me? That I don't rest. And I was like, wow, I feel attacked. But it actually makes a lot of sense, like how much I try to work. And sometimes I know it's always the fear of poverty, the fear of not having money, especially living abroad where you have to work to eat. Like, there's no place you'll go to a farm and just take bananas and take cassava and take skuma. No, you have to work to eat, you have to work to survive, you have to work to live. Like, it's your work that will pay for everything. And sometimes that gets into us and we're like, oh, we just have to work, I have this free time, let me go work and stuff like that. But that shouldn't be the case, because at the end of the day, you're gonna burn out, you're gonna die, and then when you die, you're gonna be replaced at that job. You know, that job that you went and worked almost all 24 hours of your day for? Yes, that same job will replace you very, very fast. So before you burn out, before you get sick because of your job, please analyze and see how you can fit life into your work. It's something I'm still trying to do, but I think part of fixing life into work is me talking to you, because I think I mentioned in one of my videos, this is not work for me. Like, it's not one of those things that pays me. Like, I just do it because I feel like I need an outlet, and I feel like I want to help people, you know what I mean? So yeah, before you burn out, please evaluate and see how you can fit rest into your productivity. Please, let's stop normalizing toxic productivity. Number 3, let's stop normalizing microaggressions and stereotypes. I was asked by someone, I'm not gonna name them, if I would ever marry from a certain culture, and I was like, yes, I would. And they were like, but they usually beat their wife, beaters and stuff like that. And I was like, that's just a stereotype. Like, that doesn't mean anything. And I feel like sometimes you're very quick to judge people from a certain area because of something you've heard they do, or because probably of your experience in the past. But that shouldn't translate to everyone, because you're literally forcing your thoughts, forcing your poor feelings and poor judgment on someone who's just there to help you, to love you, to be there for you. And it's not fair. It's just not fair. Like, it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. This one is another one that we should stop normalizing. I think there's been a bit of conversation around this in the past few years, but this is social media comparison. So many times influencers will tell you like you only see a fraction of their life, but so many times people want to be like this influencers, people want to be like this power couple, people want to be like this, and they go to extreme behaviors or extreme actions to make sure they're living like so and so. And the fact that you're actually seeing 5 minutes of someone's 24 hours should tell you something. Many times people do not show their sad times on social media. Many times people don't show themselves crying. People don't show themselves being broke. People don't show themselves fighting in relationships. You only see the good side, and you're just glamorizing that. Please, let's stop. Let us stop comparing ourselves to people we only see on social media, people we do not even know personally. Let's stop. Now, the last one for me has to be on cancel culture. So there's this couple, I watched their YouTube videos like years back, like maybe 5-6 years ago, and then all of a sudden they vanished. And obviously after a while they came out and they're like, oh, we separated. So people didn't actually know like the reason. People just speculated because their last video seemed like a happy one, but then people just started speculating, and that was it. Now 5 years later or 6 years later, this year, they've come out and they're like, so the ex-husband, the guy who, they were a couple, so the guy comes and he's like, this is why I left my wife. And he goes on the video and he talks and he's like, she was violent, she did this, I was trying to do this, blah 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 blah. Now without even thinking, people took his side and went to the lady's Instagram and started writing such harsh comments, and people were just like, you blah blah blah, you. There were literally such harsh comments, and people were actually like, you don't deserve this, blah 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 blah. And yeah, like, for what? Now the lady came out with her story, posted it on her Instagram stories, and people went back to the guy's videos, and they were like, oh, you lied to us, blah 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 blah. And then the guy released another video with context, and people are like, oh, so sorry, cancel this woman. So some people have been left in between. They're like, we're gonna cancel this woman, and we're gonna cancel this guy. Like, cancel culture is real, and to be honest, I don't even know if they're going to survive this, like working with brands and stuff like that, because brands obviously don't want people who have drama, but it can be a good thing. Anyway, the purpose of this story was to tell you, let's stop normalizing cancel culture. The fact that you only hear a certain bit of someone's story should not make you think that you have the right to bash them or to cancel them for something you've heard they did. What if they didn't do it? You don't have the whole context. So please, let's stop normalizing cancel culture. It's something that happens a lot on social media, and I'm just like, today you're thriving, tomorrow you don't know if you'll be cancelled because of something you said or did, like, and it's taken out of context. Anyway, those are some of the things I think we should stop normalizing. What do you think? What do you think we should stop normalizing? Should we stop normalizing lying? Should we stop normalizing? What do you think we should stop normalizing? I'd love to hear from you. So if you have any things you think we should stop normalizing, you know where to put them in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and as usual, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I will see you in my next one. Bye.